People keep saying the world's gone mad, but the new research says, no, the world's actually very organized about it. Imagine a mob storming the streets, only this time they're in pajamas, holding smartphones and shouting in emojis.
Clap, clap. He's not the shrink for you, and he's not a doc from school, but he loves to know your dreams, even when you break the rules. His advice is not for all, big or small, short or tall. When your mind begins to stall, he might just let you fall, yet mind has him enthralled.
Felix Mindhunter is not a real doctor and should not be listened to for sound advice.
To help us out here, let's look at some recent psychological research. First, take Sear and Johnson, 2023. They discovered that hate doesn't spread by mobs in the street anymore. Instead, it's optimized, cross-platformed, and neatly color-coded by algorithms. How do they know? They tracked what they call online journeys, where you start watching a cat video and 5 clicks later, you're blaming the cat for national decline. That's not chaos, that's logistics. Ware 2023 calls this the third generation of radicalization. Not angry mobs with torches, but influencers with ring lights. And Garrido, Veliz et al., 2025, built a Fascist-O-Meter, an actual machine that measures Neo-Fascist rhetoric. It's the first time in history that fascism comes with a dashboard. Now, Michael Joyce, 2025, at Cambridge tells us extremism depends on goal distance, how far a group's dream strays from reality. If your plan requires time travel, resurrection, or unlimited Wi-Fi, you may be an extremist. Daniel Kohler, 2025, reminds us ideology itself mutates faster than a TikTok trend, which explains why yesterday's slogan now shows up in entirely new costumes. Then there's the research team of Verma, Sear, Restrepo, and Johnson, 2024, writing in Nature. They find that election seasons turbocharge hate worldwide. Apparently, democracy and rage share a common fuel source. But the real déjà vu moment is how neatly these studies of mass madness all line up with 3 old masters of human weirdness. First among them, Sigmund Freud, 1930, in his work Civilization and Its Discontents, warned that repression would breed aggression. Well, congratulations. We've built the first machine that represses and expresses at the same time. It's called the Internet. Erich Fromm, 1941, in Escape from Freedom, said modern individuals flee freedom by submitting to authority. Today we call that following the algorithm. Fromm's actual phrase, automaton conformity, works here, and it now comes with push notifications. And Carl Jung, 1951, in Aeon, described the shadow, the parts of ourselves we reject, but then project onto others to escape blame and feel better about ourselves. Ironically, in 2025, the Fascist-O-Meter graphs this shadow projection for us. It's a heat map of humanity's collective denial issues. And those are the big 3. Freud gave us the drives, Fromm the obedience, Jung the projection, and of course contemporary scholars gave those neuroses a Wi-Fi. Mass madness isn't a loss of reason anymore. It's a subscription plan. And the real danger isn't that people are going crazy, which is normal. It's that the system is billing us monthly for it.
Clap, clap. He's not the shrink for you, and he's not a doc from school, but he loves to know your dreams, even when you break the rules. His advice is not for all, big or small, short or tall. When your mind begins to stall, he might just let you fall, yet mind has him enthralled.
Felix Mindhunter is not